Hi, I'm Mosik and welcome to the art studio. Well, have you ever wondered how the old artists might have painted? What was it that they were trying to portray through their art? Well, in today's episode, I'd like to share with you some of my thoughts in regards to how Edgar Degas might have painted. Please keep in mind that these are just my thoughts and ideas, and if I want to reproduce or do an original in the style of Degas, these are the steps that I would be taking. So, let's go. Okay guys, so the supplies that are needed for this tutorial are as follows. 12 by 15 canvas panel, number 2, number 4, number 8, inch and a half flat bristle brush, a detail brush, linseed oil, turpenoid jar, hairspray, and number 2 pencil. As far as the colors, titanium white, ivory black, burnt umber, ultramarine blue, cobalt blue, chrome green, lemon yellow, alizarin crimson red, vermilion red, and yellow ochre. So again, I'm not really pulling, but I'm applying the paint and mixing the color that I need on the canvas. Okay, so now let's take ivory black with the yellow ochre I have, and that is going to go right here. Again, it's not pure black, right? There's a mixture. Okay. And you could take more yellow ochre and just kind of like work that in to soften so that the black is not too strong. All right, now we have some black here, like that. Just kind of like break that apart a little bit right there. Okay, and then titanium white right there. Okay, then you have yellow ochre. Okay, and then just dab it to break this apart. All right. And let's just bring some dark tones here. Okay, next. All right, let's apply some more paint to the background. So real quick, put some linseed oil. Okay, there it is. So now alizarin and cadmium red, and with a little bit of black, and that is to go right here. Okay, you can use your finger just to soften things out. Okay, hold the brush this way and go horizontally. Again, I am trying to copy his brush strokes at the same time, and also focusing on the colors and trying to get it as close to it as possible. Okay, but more than color, I think his brush strokes are more important than anything else. Okay, so there. Now, what I'm also doing, guys, is I am trying to use the tint on my canvas as part of the painting, which means that I don't need to cover up every single inch on my canvas. Okay, so keep that in mind. You're applying the paint, but if you can use some of the canvas that you have, if it works, just go ahead and use it. Okay, so some orange here. I hope this is pretty self-explanatory. There. And let's just bring some colors here with applying the black on top right there. Okay. Now, you have the orange. To lighten the orange, I'm going to be using some cadmium yellow here. So take the yellow and just work that in. Sometimes you can hold the brush this way. Okay. And then just clean this up. All right. See, I can probably go over this area and then over this area too. Okay. And right there, put some yellow there. Okay. So pre-mix the paint, then refine the color on the canvas. All right? So not that hard. And just work it in if it's not, if you're having a hard time layering the color, just work it in. Right there. So some red, and then let's apply some alizarin red in here as well. Good, and that goes there. Okay, now because I am adding on to the painting, so this is not part of the painting, but I do want to make it similar by adding on this color so that when you look at it, you're not wondering what's going on there. All right, so here's some black. Bring that in, and also bring that there. Maybe underneath there. Okay. So now let's start with the hat. Ultramarine blue with a little bit of alizarin is going to give you a very similar color. And let's just go here and take the darker shade and just block that in. Okay. So, hope you're enjoying this tutorial, guys. I am having a lot of fun. So in this stage, there's not that much I can talk about except for the fact that I'm trying to be a little bit more detail oriented. I'm holding on to my darks and lights, my drawing at the same time. I'm correcting my drawing if I can. And also I am adjusting the colors. Now, have you noticed that I haven't changed my brush? I'm using a similar brush, just one brush, okay? Does it all. So, now I have switched over to number 4. Okay? So, let's start right here. Okay, so just pull this way. Okay. There, and let's go. Okay. Then there's this little highlight there. Okay. And some highlight there. So that's the hat. All right, now let's move on to our number 8 brush, because I am going to work on this area. Okay, so here it is. Right there, just go side to side. Use more cadmium red. Okay, and then some black, just working that in. A little darker there. This area. Okay, so let's just focus on his brush strokes. It's vertical. I'm using Cad Red. Actually, this is Vermilion Red, forgive me, that I'm using. Okay. Right here, let's just stain this. Okay, and then just kind of like work it in like so. There. Okay, so you have some black there, and then just correct my drawing if I can, right there. So now, okay, since I have similar colors, I am going to be just applying it here. Okay, taking some black and just putting that there. Okay. Here's the black. Just work that in. All right. Now, with that same color, okay, so there. And here, so I don't want to lose my drawing. Here is the shoulder, if you could see that. Okay. All right. Soften the edges here. And can apply some paint here. Okay. So I want to start with the yellow ochre and also some black in this color. And I'm trying to hold on to the clothing, not the folds. I want to leave the folds as my dark, and then I have a feeling that if I switch over to a number 2 brush, I think that I will have more success, okay? Because I could actually sketch while I'm doing this. I could refine the drawing. Okay, so here. Okay. Now, take the black and just work that in right there. Okay, so here's the collar, right? And then just refine this portion. Okay, so just black, more or less. It's wet onto wet, which means that the surface of the canvas is wet, and I'm just applying more paint on top of a wet surface. Okay. All right, so I have this area that I need to block. This is dark. And then holding on to my tones, this is also dark. Just apply that. there, and some highlights here. Okay, and have some red right there. Okay. All right, so let's just apply the paint on the face. I am starting with the highlights. And hold on to your drawing as much as possible. And apply some darks. Right there. And you have some highlights here. Here's the nose. And then here's the ear. Okay. There. Okay. So now a detail brush. Okay, and right there. Inside the ear. Soften that out. Okay, some dark tone about right there. Okay. And now I am getting ready to work on the lips. Okay, so here it is. All right, so sometimes you just need to layer this and just pull it right there. Okay, and then the eyelid is just a little bit lighter right there. Okay, so if you can, just come back and adjust the drawing right there. All right. All right, so there is an arm that goes right there. So just want to quickly apply that. And right there, so this whole thing becomes the arm. Very easy. And also now let's work on the clothing, the skirt. So here it is. Let's see where else. here. Okay, and let's just clean this up a little bit. Okay. And also, I think the hair line goes more like that. Okay, so right here, and then just right there. Okay, so with the big brush, just come in and just soften there. Okay. Okay, so right there. There's the hat. And then just dab this as a detail. There it is. Okay, so I think I'm gonna call it done because it looks similar and I learned as much as possible. Okay. Well guys, that's just about it with this video. Thank you so much for watching me paint. I hope you had fun. I know I did. Until next time, happy painting. Bye.